Hey guys, welcome back to another week of Ticket Tuesday. I'm your host, Ronan HD. So yeah, this is going to be a great time. Hey guys, welcome back to an episode of Ticket Tuesday. I'm your host, HD, and this week we watched Piece by Piece, the newest LEGO film and Pharrell Williams biopic. Obviously starring Pharrell Williams and a bunch of other artists and a bunch of other people. But this film I thought was very entertaining. I thought it was very enjoyable, very entertaining, very fun, and overall just a good time. But before I go on a tangent, why I like this film, I'll tell you why I like this film and more. Back at the house.
I loved music. It was mesmerizing to me. I would see beautiful hues of light cascading. I just thought that's what all black kids did, stared into the speaker like, whoa. Pharrell.
Wow.
He opened our eyes to a whole different perspective.
Thank you, if you know what happiness is to you.
Woo! Holy moly, guacamole. Legendary story, yeah?
Hey guys, welcome back to an episode of Ticket Tuesday. I'm your host, Ronan HD, and this week we watched Piece by Piece. This is the new 2024 LEGO Pharrell Williams documentary / kinda biopic, more of a documentary. But this film I thought was very enjoyable. I really liked it, and I think that it was just unique, right? Because I've never really seen because it felt more like a documentary than really a biopic, because they were interviewing people throughout the movie, kind of like a documentary, and it felt like they were like real interviews. They didn't, to me at least, they didn't feel like, like fake, like faux interviews. They feel like real interviews, and they just animated Lego over it, right? Which is fun. I think that's really a really fun concept. And overall, I just think that this film was just good in the aspect of it wasn't very long, and I think it was just, I don't know, it was fun to see a newer Lego movie, because we haven't seen a Lego movie like this since, I don't even know. Obviously it's not as higher budget as some of the big blockbuster Lego movies that used to come out, but I really think that this film was good enough. And the fact that I like the music, obviously since Pharrell made I think they made 5 original songs for the soundtrack, so that's, he's a good musician, so it makes sense as to why the music would be good. And also I do like how it documents his journey, kind of the rags to riches type thing. He went from just this little garage band in his friend's, at his friend's house, to, fucking making songs for movies and fucking being in advertisements, having his own liquor company and shit like that. Being a big, hot shot artist, which is, it's a pretty cool, I always kind of like stories, seeing people make it to the top, and I think this film did it in an entertaining way. Also, of course, it just being Lego is just something that I really like, because a lot of the things that they use as Lego pieces, like a lot of the normal everyday things they use as Lego pieces, is kind of funny to look at. And also sometimes it's just funny to see certain people or certain things in Lego form. There are Lego Crips in this movie, the LA Crips, the gang, and it's just really funny to see gang members represented in Lego form. I just think that's really funny. I don't know if it's just me, but I do think it's entertaining, because I feel I don't know, it's Lego's kind of touchy about that stuff, especially gangs and stuff. I don't think Lego would ever release that or touch anything like that with a 10-foot pole, but here we are. Not saying that everything's so black and white. It's just, Lego's a big corporation, and they try to kind of be really squeaky clean with the stuff they release, so I just think it's entertaining. And also, other Lego celebrities, in the movie, other artists, Pusha T, Jay-Z, Busta Rhymes, Kendrick Lamar. There was a lot of artists, that made cameos in this. And it was just also fun to see them in Lego form. Especially since sometimes they got, unique pieces. You know, because sometimes they have unique, like a lot of these artists have unique hairstyles or have unique looking things about them. I remember one of them had a chain, but it was a metal piece, you know, like the Olympic medal, but it was a chain instead of a medal. I thought that was fun. And I think they did have some new pieces in there though. There were some new pieces, but not a lot. Most of it was already existing Lego pieces, which I thought was cool. Aside from the occasional unique piece from here, because obviously the Lego Daft Punk, I mean, I don't really know if you could make their helmets out of already existing Lego pieces. I feel like that'd be pretty hard to do. So they were unique. Also, the guitars and, like, the instruments look different. They look more detailed, which, I mean, this being a movie about a musician, makes sense that the instruments would be more detailed. And overall, I do think there were, like, the funny bits were good, too. It didn't always make me laugh, but I do acknowledge that there's, like, oh, that was a funny joke. You know, sometimes when you see something funny, you don't necessarily, like, laugh at it, but, like, you acknowledge, oh, that's pretty funny. You know, like, you acknowledge that it's funny. So, this movie, overall, was entertaining, and it was funny, but I also do like, the serious moments. You know, I did like the serious moments, and, I thought they were delivered well. I also really liked as I said, the visuals are great, because, I mean, you can just do whatever you want, because it's Legos, right? You could really do whatever you want. It's not restricted by a live-action setting where you can only do so much with a certain budget. With this, it's a lot easier to do whatever you want, because, again, they're just Legos. So, like, it's for the film's visuals to be more, the film is able to be more creative with its visuals. And I think that really helps, because the whole film is kind of about the magic of music, right? And, you know, how much Pharrell loves music, and how much it's inspired him over his life, right? And the film is kind of about how special music is, how like one of a kind, like certain music can be, and how magical music is as an art form. That's what this film is really about, and its overall message about music is that, use it to inspire you. Use art to inspire you to, improve as a person, or, get better as a person. It's kind of, at least that's what I got from the film, is that Pharrell uses his music to better himself, or to inspire himself, or something like that, right? Like, music is a cathartic thing, right? Which, I mean, most art is for artists. And I really think that it gets it across well, and I just really enjoy the depiction of music. Like, when he makes beats, he puts together these, like glowing Lego pieces, and they're, like, abstract obelisks. Try saying that 3 times fast. But, he makes these, like, abstract obelisks of, like, Lego pieces, and obviously it'd be hard to actually represent real beat production in Lego, and why would you want to do that when you could be more creative with it, right? And it kind of treats, like, the beats and the instrumentals that he makes as something magical, which they might be, because, music, the whole thing is music is magic, right? That's kind of the whole idea. And I like how they represent, or they, visualize the creation of instrumentals and the creation and the production of these beats, right? I like that. And overall, I just thought that the film did really good on the visuals, and I think it was very well done. Now, how would this compare to other Lego movies? Now, I feel like this is a bit of a difficult discussion, because this film is not really exactly the same experience or the same kind of movie that all the other Lego movies were. Like the Lego movie, Lego Batman movie, Ninjago movie, and the Lego movie 2. They were all, kind of like advertisements for Lego, right? Really, when you think about it. They were good advertisements, most of them, or some of them were good, but they were, like, kind of massive advertisements, like, go buy these sets, go buy this, do this. And although they had good messages and they were good movies, that's kind of what they were. This film, obviously, while still being kind of an advertisement for Lego, it felt more like a story that was using Lego as a driving force to tell the story, which obviously the other movies were, but they were kind of also using it to get you to buy Lego, right? I think this film is kind of more. I doubt there's going to be Lego sets coming out of this film. I doubt it. It would be cool to see certain people like as minifigures, right? As I said, like I think seeing Snoop Dogg as a Lego minifigure would be fun. Like anybody in this movie would be fun as a Lego minifigure. And some of the designs I think could be really cool as Lego sets, but will it happen? Probably not. But again, this movie doesn't need that because it's not the same experience as an ordinary Lego movie. But I will say, obviously, you can say that the Lego movie had better animation, or it had a better message, or it had a better this or that. I just think, like, you have to look at the bigger picture here, because obviously, this film is more of a documentary about Pharrell Williams, about a real person, telling stories about, well, like, obviously more, like, dramatized things, but mostly true. Most of the things were true in the story, telling a story about a real person, while the Lego movies were fictitious stories made to entertain and to sell a product, right? And I'm not trying to be mean here. That's just the way it is, right? They're great movies, but that's the way it is. And I just think that they're different experiences. So if you liked the other Lego movies, you might like this one. But if you don't really have a connection to like Pharrell or any of the artists in this movie, I do not think you'll get that much enjoyment out of it. Because, I mean, if you don't really even have a connection to the genre, or the multiple genres that this movie touches on, I really think that this film won't do a lot for you. While I do think, I don't have a huge connection with Pharrell Williams, but I do have a connection with music. I love music, and I think this film just really speaks to me, and the fact that music is great. And I think that's like a very common thread, is that people who made this movie love music, and so do I, so we can come to a common ground. And although I do like a lot of the artists in this movie, so there's also common ground there, I think even if you're not familiar with the artists in this film, or you just don't really care, I think you could even get enjoyment out of this film if you're a fan of music, if you like music, if music inspires you in any way, or if you're even a musician yourself. I really think that you could get a lot of enjoyment out of this film, so I would recommend it. It's just a good watch. And maybe, like, get some friends, family together. It is a bit of a family, like, film that you could watch with other people. I think it'd be more fun to watch with people. So, yeah. And overall, I would recommend it. And with that being said, I think I'd rate this film a 7.5 out of 10. Very much enjoyed it. Would recommend it for music fans, Pharrell fans, and anybody alike. Very much liked it. And, yeah. I think I've said anything. I think I've said my piece. So, guys, hope you like this video. Share your friends, subscribe, turn notifications on. Comment below once you liked it. But you guys know how it goes. I don't really say that. What I really meant to say was, hope you guys hated this video. Unsubscribe, dislike, hate me in the comments. And I've been Ron HD, off to put together the pieces. So, you know, this movie has Daft Punk in it, right? Lego Daft Punk. And, you know, it's kind of sad. This might be the last time we ever see Daft Punk, like, together in anything. And they're in Lego form. I don't know if that makes it better or worse, to be honest. All I know is that I want Lego Daft Punk minifigures. That's what I want. Lego, make it happen. Make it happen.